I'm going to answer a question that I got that, may seem silly in the sense of, maybe that's something only a few women would ask. But the more I thought about this, and the more I thought about it with my clients, I started realizing this comes up a lot of times with women. They may not say it out loud. They may not even want to admit it. But the question is this, that the person asked me, they said, am I pretty enough for him? Am I pretty enough for the guy that I want? And how can I tell, or is that the issue really, is that do I need to be pretty enough? So let me address that one. I appreciate you asking that question. Because when we're talking about are you pretty enough, let me break that down as to what that means. See, for men, and this applies for women as well, there is a certain type that a man may want, as in some men just really love blondes. They just, for whatever reason, they love the color blonde hair. Some men love redheads. Some men love, dark-headed women. And some of them are rigid about that. I had a roommate in college that really, the only type women he ever dated were blondes. That's just what he liked, and he just didn't find any other type woman that attractive. Don't know why, he just didn't. So were there a lot of other women that were really attractive that didn't have blonde hair? There were. But he wasn't interested in them. But the question wouldn't be, are they not pretty enough for them? They just weren't his type. And which leads us to, well, then how can I overcome his type? Now, if a man's really rigid about his type, the answer is you can't. I'm not saying that's fair. I'm not saying that's good. But most men are not that rigid, which leads us, to the second part, which is, but what if a man doesn't have a particular type? He's just really picky about something else. He has to have someone that's really thin, or someone that is just, has perfect skin or a perfect body, or whatever the criteria might be. Well, the question I would have for those type men is does a man want a woman that takes care of herself, that's pretty, versus someone that seems to have no interest in her appearance? Sure, I could say the same thing about women. But for men, a lot more goes into attractiveness than what women realize. Most women have been told, and TV shows emphasize this, that men are visual and that it's what men see. But what they don't tell you is that even though men are visual and a lot of it's what they see, it isn't just your appearance that they pick up on. They pick up on all kinds of things. They pick up on how you walk. They pick up on, do you smile often? They pick up how you dress. All kinds of things that women would notice. And I want to emphasize this because I can take a woman that from the outset, if you just looked at her from a distance, whatever the criteria is, tall, really thin, long blonde hair, whatever else. And I can have her talk in such a way that a man will be repulsed. He may hang around longer because she's, tall and all those qualities I mentioned, but I could have her be really negative. I could have her roll her eyes a lot. I could have her complain. I could have her whine. And I don't care what she looks like physically, she's not going to be appealing. She might be appealing to a man of, wow, I'd like to have sex with her and see if I can get her, but that's as far as it'll. Hi, this is Bob, and if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like and follow button. And also check us out at relationshipheadquarters.com.